Shout out to my friend's mom for giving me this sweater. Love you, Karen. Hi guys, this is Taylor and I am here today to talk about the books I have to read in 2015. Now you will notice that we are more than halfway through 2015, but I just started this channel. So now these are books that I assigned myself at the beginning of the year. I made a list. And you will notice that I have read a lot of these already. So I'm going to talk about the ones I've read already, quickly what I thought about them, and the ones I have left. The very first one on this list that I've already read is called The Invisible Ladder, which is a book of poetry that was given to me as a kid. It's not children's poetry, but adult poetry that is considered accessible to younger readers. This is a collection of poetry from many different poets, including personal favorite Robert Bly, and yeah, I liked it. Some more than others, but you know, recommend. Next on the list is 21 Proms, which is a collection of YA authors writing about prom. I was tired of this sitting in my room and looking at me. I've had it since I was very young. I did not expect to like it, and I largely did not. On a different note, I also read On Chesil Beach by Ian McEwan, which I absolutely loved. The whole thing spans a few hours, and it's essentially about a newlywed couple trying to consummate their marriage. I have a lot of things I want to say about this book, and I eventually do want to make a video about it. It's just gonna take some more time. But this book is very important to me personally, and it got one of my few 5-star ratings this year. The next one on this list is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I am so glad that I put this book on this list because I fell in love with it. One of my favorite books, definitely my favorite read of 2015 so far. So gentle, so unsettling, so feminist. You need to read The Handmaid's Tale if you haven't already. The next one is Shameful. I also read Pride and Prejudice for the first time this year, and I liked it, but I think I'd rather watch an adaptation. The next I completed from that list is Names for the Sea by Sarah Moss. Very pretty book. This is Sarah's memoir about moving to Iceland from England to teach English Lit after the economic crisis and kind of her family's trials and tribulations trying to adjust to Iceland culturally. It was a little bit of a slog for me, but I did appreciate its honesty. I love Iceland and weird, barren, cold places. As you will know from my August wrap-up, I also completed The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, which I enjoyed. Additionally, from this list, I read The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, which really affected me and provides, I think, a crucial perspective on mental illness. I also read Station 11 earlier this year when it was a little more relevant. Apocalypse, multiple perspectives, absorbing. I didn't come across many people who didn't like this. The last one I completed on this list is Sula by Toni Morrison. This is Morrison's second novel, and it's about two young women and their relationship as they grow up and kind of what becomes of them and the town they grew up in. We're only left with a few of these on here that I haven't tackled yet, and those are The History of Jazz by Ted Goya, We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson, Breakfast of Champions by Kurt Vonnegut, and Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, the sequel to Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. And I have plans for all 4 of these, including a special project in October that you'll hear more about later, and I'm definitely gonna do something like this again next year because it really motivated me to get through some reads that I was maybe a little bit intimidated by before. So yeah, as always, I am excited for those 4 books, for all of my other books, for books in general, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! The stitching on the inside of my hat says no one ever really knows you and life is brief.